What's going on, Eagles Nation? Welcome to today's episode of Bird Buzz. Stephen Helm here alongside Tom Moresco. We did not put the weekly chirp out yesterday.
That was my bad. That was kind of a combo bad because we couldn't shoot it on Monday.
Yeah.
And then we shot it Tuesday, which,
Tuesday night.
you know, that's already a day late.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't release it on Wednesday.
Yeah. And then LeGarrette Blount.
And then LeGarrette Blount was signed.
Yeah.
And that kind of threw everything for a loop.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see that happen. So actually, we're kind of doing a combo: weekly chirp, bird buzz.
That actually happens. To
And
us
we
all
didn't.
the time.
We didn't really get. Yeah, that's true. But we didn't. we didn't really get a lot of questions. I don't think.
Not that many.
So we can kind of do a combo episode of the weekly chirp and bird buzz
and the draft lottery.
And the draft lottery, yeah. The NBA draft lottery, that was part of the weekly chirp. We talked a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wrote a nice little article for Eagles Nation to get excited, and Philly sports are back. It's called Lottery Season, and first word in it is jackpot, because right now, the Eagles and the Sixers, the fan bases have been patient, and I think it's starting to pay off with how these teams are shaping up. Now, the Sixers haven't really translated that to much of a winning season yet, and I mean, neither have the Eagles. They've been 1 year into their whole new regime and things like that, but waiting out those Chip Kelly years and kind of watching this team go from inevitably what it was going to go, guys were going to leave. D-Jacks, Macklin, Shady. There's going to be a time where they left, and some eras don't last as long as others, and those guys, it was sad seeing them go, but not only Chip Kelly, but seeing that team kind of fall apart. It probably happened a little bit before, it would have, but it'd be over by now either way, most likely. And, I wish we still had Shady McCoy, but that's besides the point. Got a new running back in town, but either way, not to get too deep into it, Sixers doing it right, building to the draft. Tanking, trust the process.
I don't know if you can say doing it more.
They're doing what they're trying to do, and it's what teams in the NBA do.
They are doing what they set out to do.
Yes, and NBA teams do that. Mark Cuban even came out and said, "Yeah, you betcha when we were eliminated, we tried to do everything we can to lose games." Mark Cuban literally said that.
Yeah.
So you're seeing GMs, that's what you have to do. You have to get ready for this next wave of superstars to come in. You have to get a couple of them on your team, because nowadays you need 3 superstars. That's just what it is. Like, that's what people try to do. They get 3 all-star players, and whoever has the best 3 wins. And it's very formatted like that. So it's really that simple. And the Sixers they did what they had to do. They're doing what a lot of teams are going to do.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then the Eagles. It's like the early 2000s again, where the Eagles and Sixers were actually good, and it's sad to say that, but Phillies, they're on the rise, Flyers, they're on the rise, but I think the Sixers and the Eagles are stealing the headlines right now with the excitement around their team, and that's kind of going to segue us into these questions after the Eagles made another signing that a lot of people think will balance this offense out and make this team a pretty dangerous team. I've seen a lot of people really high on this team, so we can get into unless you have anything to say about the draft lottery or anything like that.
You were going good, but
something.
No, you were rolling.
No,
I want to let you. I was letting you roll.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm done. So let's hear what you got to say about the draft lottery, the Sixers, what they're doing.
I love what they're doing. I mean, the process. I'm one of those people that didn't need to take this long because they whiffed on picks, and some people will not admit that, but it doesn't matter. People would say, "Oh, we didn't know that these guys would be good." Like,
that's how the plan was.
It doesn't really matter. But the point is, but I also, I'm not a huge Sixers fan. I'm more of a Eagles Phillies guy, but I do support the Sixers. But the thing is with me is they've been bad for 4 seasons now, so it's like it's almost like they've been bad so long that it's like acceptable. And if it was like the Eagles, the team that I really cared about, I'd be like more upset. I mean, it's just like, because that's the way you have to build the NBA. You kind of have to get, one guy can actually make a very significant difference if you get the right guy.
Right, and I think they've got a couple of those guys, and they're going to be able to get, this guy 3rd overall, hopefully Josh Jackson. I love him.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But either way, I think that, with a fan like you, or even me, because, as everyone knows, I'm not truly, I don't want to kill the vibe, but I'm not truly a Sixers fan. I'll support them. They're the hometown team, but I've been a Miami Heat fan since I was 14, 15 years old, so that's just my team, and even though Wade's gone, it kind of sucks, but, I'm just sticking with them, and, that's a whole other discussion, but ever since, I got on Twitter a lot, and, just, especially moving from Philly, you kind of, I'm more a Sixers fan now than I've ever been, really, except when, like, Iverson was on the team, and, like, they were really the only team I knew in the NBA when I was that young. Once I started discovering other players and teams, I never really was specifically a Sixers fan, and then I was specifically a Heat fan. But ever since, getting on Twitter and being in touch with a lot of Philadelphia fans, and then moving from Philadelphia to Los Angeles, you appreciate that kind of diehard fan base, and you feel like you don't want to not, especially because I'm such a big Eagles fan, I don't want to go against people that are also Eagles fans because they're cheering for the Sixers as their hometown team. And, if I disagree with one of their picks, I disagree with one of their picks. But, that criticism, like you said, not a lot of people want to admit it, but they built this plan so that if they missed on picks, they just continue to stink, and they continue to be able to populate the team with
that's the thing.
draft picks
if
and
you
assets.
keep missing, you'll stay back.
Yeah, exactly. They made, look at the Timberwolves and the Kings. Yeah. They made, the Sixers made a lot of good trades to acquire assets, and the pick swap actually worked. Yeah. And that's I just thought for a while, I was like, this pick swap might not work, but it actually it did. I mean, they went from 5 to 3, so it did work. So, they raised that hinky banner, and that's the wildness of this tank, is that it's almost becoming like no one even takes it seriously. But diehard fans, I know they're trying to get back to winning, but they're forced to be patient. But people like me and you, again, like I said, I'll support the team, but I'm not, I've never really been a diehard Sixers fan. Yeah. And you support them, but it's like your third or fourth sport that you watch. So them being bad doesn't really affect us every day. It doesn't really we're just like, another year the Sixers, they're gonna be bad, but they're getting cool players and stuff like that, so it's good. And the off season stuff's fun for them with the lottery and the draft. But that's kind of what we've been forced to, and we don't, because it hasn't really affected our lives either way. So that's kind of why we can talk so freely and neutrally about it. But we feel for those diehard fans that have been going through this grind, and it's just it's crazy. I couldn't imagine if my team, my favorite team, is doing that, because I remember going through a 4-12 season, a 6-10 season. I haven't seen a whole lot of losing seasons, 2 7-9 seasons, then a couple 8-8s, and that's it. I mean, so in my lifetime, it hasn't. This is the worst probably the Eagles have been, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, can we please be good again? Yeah. So imagine the Sixers fans. Every year they know they have no shot, and it's like, I mean, I'm gonna, I gotta be a supporter of that. I gotta, they're our brotherly fan base. They're part of the same group, so we gotta support them, prop them up, and just keep your heads up. And same with what the Eagles are doing. A lot of Eagles fans, some of the same people, obviously, that root for both. We're feeling that, and we made a nice move with LeGarrette Blount, but
we did.
We'll see what happens. Let's get into the questions, because that's what this is about. So enough Sixers talk, enough Philly passion talk. Read the article. It's nice. It's on Views from the Link Twitter. Yeah. Tweeted it out there, so check it out.
Cool. All right. So first question we have. So it's about Blount, and it's Miles, and you guys really should check this kid's page out. This dude shreds on guitar. I love your videos. I'm obsessed with your videos.
He was talking about.
I've always shown him. I'm like, yo, check this out.
Yeah,
so
really
keep shredding on guitar. It's incredible.
I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know guitar and stuff, but I will check the more videos out, because he's really hyping it up.
Yeah. How much impact does Blount have on the offense now?
Right now, how much impact does he have?
Yeah.
Well, literally right now, as we sit here, none, because the offense is playing. No, I'm just playing. I'm just sitting around. He's got, something that the Eagles didn't have was that big pounder, and that's, that's what they got. Yeah. That's what they needed. They needed, money down guy, third down, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. When you're going for those when you're going for it, close games, when you're trying to close the game out, situational running in the red zone. near the goal line. That's what LeGarrette Blount does best, and that's what we needed.
And LeGarrette Blount and Sproles, these guys are gonna get a lot of carries. They're not. They're gonna. Blunt's gonna get a lot of carries. We're gonna run these guys into the ground.
Yeah,
because they're all one year.
But while trying to keep them both fresh.
Yeah.
For the long haul for this season.
Yeah.
You need them down the stretch. You need to be able to run the ball in November and December and have veteran guys that take care of the ball, that know the situation, that will get the big yard, that will make the big play, that will, even if it's just an inch pushing forward, getting that touchdown on the 1 yard line. That's what Carson Wentz needed, is those guys that he doesn't have to sneak it or run some stupid draw play or, you know what I mean? So not having Matthews in a bunch of games last year, having him limited because of injuries, it hurt, and you couldn't take a risk going into the season. So this guy's without having a veteran. So with this guy, he makes a lot of impact on your offense, not just how he plays, but his mentality, or the impact he makes on the field, but his mentality in the locker room and knowing situations and just having such a great background in every type of situation. And I think he's just ready to help this team win games right now.
Yeah. Next question that Ninja Zay asked: with the addition of Blount, is it fair to say that we are playoff bound this season?
Yeah. A lot of people think that the Eagles have a real shot at fighting for that wild card spot, the sixth one. A lot of people obviously think the Giants are going to be better, and the Dallas Cowboys, and that's rightfully so. Those two teams proved themselves, and there's no reason. Going into last season, I said that I didn't think there was a favorite in this division. The Redskins were 9-7, but then the Cowboys, lost Romo, and then he was coming back, so no one really knew about that, and the Giants were 6-10. So it's unpredictable, but this year I think there are favorites. I think the Cowboys and the Giants are the two favorites. I think that they're going to battle it out, see who comes out the victor. But I think the Eagles are making strides to upend one of those teams that starts beating the Redskins. But playoff bound, you can't lock it in obviously, but I think they definitely have a chance to compete to get in.
Yeah, the schedule's very tough this year, so it's but the team got vastly better.
True.
Next question, JRad13 asks, will they make weed legal in Philly?
Are you asking that, Justin?
Come on.
It's your dad's speak. Could you tell him something, Dad?
Yeah, come on, Justin. I mean, should they? Sure. But,
Look, I love the nickname Philly Blunt, but let's not take it literally. Fail a drug test and have LeGarrette Blount miss 4 games or something. I don't want that. So, Philly Blunt is a cool nickname.
Yeah.
It's a cigar company, and LeGarrette Blount is our running back, and I love him, but
you smoke a blunt.
Yeah, it's literally not to be taken literally. It's literally not to be taken literally. So how about that?
I think Justin did. I think he did.
I don't think Justin took it literally. I think he's going to be cheering, going nuts at that Christmas game right beside us at the tailgate.
Is he going to Christmas game?
I don't know. Let's invite him right now. Justin, he's got some extra tickets for the Christmas game. Do you want to go? Nah, I'm just kidding. Maybe he's going with his family. Who knows? All of our subscribers, let's meet up. Tailgating, going crazy.
I go nuts at the game.
He goes nuts.
I do go nuts.
You've seen some videos of me. I go nuts. Not at the tailgate more than actually in the game. But he's a tailgate monster. That's what we call him, the tailgate monster.
I am.
Showed up in a Sam Bradford jersey last year, so that just explains
it. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
True.
Because he sacrificed himself. All right. Last question.
For Derek Barnett.
For the difference. Derek the difference Barnett. More. 1105 asks, can he stay healthy and consistent? Well, I think I can. Let's talk a little bit
about LeGarrette Blount, right?
Yeah.
He can stay healthy and consistent.
Yeah.
Can Sam Bradford?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He is.
All right. So I hope so. I mean, LeGarrette Blount hasn't missed many games as of late in his career. He's missed, I think, 4 in the last 4 years or something like that. Someone put it up. I wish I had the exact number. I don't. But it's a really low injury rate, and he's 30 now, so he's only 1 year option. He's a stopgap guy. He's the bridge to Barkley. Bad for Barkley, baby. Come on. No, go for the
I think-
Sixers there. But,
Yeah, I know. I think.
but no, he'll
I think they'll be good for us. I mean, like some
solid.
people are going like, oh my god, like people are like going
he
up.
sucks.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't
Doesn't
really
have to
like
be Jim
expect him to
Brown,
be like,
right?
no, it's not. It's just, we just needed a guy to be like, like the first, second down back, come in and pound it. Like that's just what we needed.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like my expectations for LeGarrette Blount are
Like, he's
like
gonna
18 touchdowns. Like New England last year. It's like no.
You're just in position a lot.
But
it
you
depends
have
on a lot
opportunity.
more. Yeah.
But it's like no, I'm not expecting him to like to absolutely light the world on fire. It's like we needed him, and
Like
it's gonna help.
back,
Yeah.
and the mentality, I love it. He's a savage. He
Yeah.
really is. He's just he is a savage dude.
Yeah.
Like he'll run at you, try to plow you over. He reminds me of just one of those traditional backs that could play like 8 to 10 years because like he just is such a like hammer and just runs up in there, pops, gets up.
Yeah.
Like he's never really relied on speed much. So like he just keeps his body strong and he's just a big guy. He's 250. This guy.
Sick.
Yeah. Might be 260. I don't even know. But yeah, no, I think it's 250. And he's 6 foot. He's just a pounder. He's just a hammer. He gets in
bowling ball.
Yeah, he drills that hole and hits people. So he's never speed isn't the thing like that's stopping him. He's just kind of an average speed guy, not really fast at all. But we have those fast guys. We have Sproles. We have Pumphrey. We have even Smallwood, who's got some edge speed and things like that. So you're gonna see a lot of different varieties of runs, and I think that if he stays healthy, he's just another addition to what we can do in the run game, and I think he can do it. I think he's reliable and can pound the ball.
All right, yeah. I mean that's exactly.
And that about does it for Ryan Matthews as well.
He's
the reports were probably true. They're likely just going to cut him when he's recovered from that injury.
Yeah. So I mean guys, that's everything. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you around.